Welcome back to Vital Signs. We are here talking about how do we overcome mental overwhelm. And before the break, we talked about the brain dump. That's when you need to kind of unload everything that's on your mind and close out some of those browsers in our brain. Grab a piece of paper and write down every thought that's coming to you. That is Dr. Andy Lee's first step in a process that helps you to mind map what's going on in life and move from overwhelm into action. I am here with Dr. Lee. Dr. Lee, thank you so much for being here. And you have a book coming out.
I do indeed.
So talk to me about it.
So this is the Brain Unscrambler. So there we go. So, and yes, it's to help people an easy step-by-step guide to manage mental overwhelm. So it shows you in an easy way how to, from one part to the other, how to manage mental overwhelm.
Fantastic. And so we started with the brain dump before the break. And then you talked about looking at that paper that we've written everything down on and said, okay, we're going to compartmentalize this and put these kind of into buckets.
Sure.
Once we put these things into buckets, it's not like these tasks go away. We still have to do them.
No.
How is it that we're able to actually take action?
Yeah, so the process involves then putting the various topics, dividing them into the different areas of your life, and then breaking it down further. So after we've done the mind dump, we then segment it, put the different aspects of life in different segments, and then we kind of dump it again, do another mini dump about that. And then once we've done that, there's action points, action steps, and then we then from that point then prioritize what we need to do, whether it's urgent, semi-urgent, and non-urgent. And then if we do that with all the different compartments, and then if we summate it all, we then have a total list of what's all urgent in our life, what's all semi-urgent, and what's all non-urgent, and then we organize it from there. So it becomes very methodical, very logical, and very easy to see what we need to do next.
And so you basically are creating, what I'm hearing is you're taking this process that you have in your book. Fantastic, folks. When does the book come out, by the way?
It should be March.
March. So the book is coming out in March. You're going to want to follow Dr. Lee. How can they follow you so that they can get the book?
Yeah, so my website is www.thebrainunscrambler.com, and they can follow me on Facebook and also Instagram as well, on Dr. Andy Lee.
Fantastic. So follow Dr. Andy Lee. Get his book when it comes out, The Brain Unscrambler. But basically, you're going to do a brain dump. You're going to compartmentalize it. You're going to prioritize what needs to happen based off of urgent, semi-urgent, and then not urgent. And then you're creating a plan. And folks, when we have a plan, I'm going to tell you, not everything goes according to plan like ever, but having a plan gives us that kind of collective sigh of relief because we can see this is step one, this is step two, and we can now take action.
Absolutely.
Is that what you're seeing happening?
Absolutely, absolutely. And the people that have gone through this, they're just astounded, they're amazed. I mean, I get comments like, it's a life changer, it's a game changer, and it is. And as I said, so many people are suffering with mental overwhelm, stress, and with the way modern life is. And, you know, there's no real solutions out there, no practical solutions. You know, I love to say this is one of them, and it's very effective. And I want to share this with the world, and I want to help as many people around the world with, you know, being less overwhelmed and being more in control of their lives.
Fantastic. You know, at the beginning of today's show, we had Kathy on, and she was talking about social impact and how when we as entrepreneurs, as physicians, as whatnot, what we have is the ability to make a ripple effect in the world and to truly impact change. And what I'm hearing is you're doing this, you did this for yourself, you realize you could do this for your patients, but you're only one person. And this book is a way for you to do this for the masses so that we can really actually see that ripple effect and impact so many more people.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's, you hit the nail on the head, Jen, because that's my belief too. And as I've seen, as I witnessed with helping my patients, what I've noticed in that ripple effect is it changes how people show up, not only for themselves, but also for the people around them. So if people are feeling less stressed, less mentally overwhelmed, then they show up better as a person, as a family member, as a spouse, whether it's a husband or wife, as a father or mother, as a colleague at work, or as a friend. They show up better, so they become a better version of themselves. And that's become self-evident, and then they can help other people because they are calmer and, you know, and more organized with themselves. And so they just turn up better for all the people around them.
And you know, I immediately think about this because we have a lot of viewers who maybe they're single parents, maybe they're working multiple jobs, and they feel that anxiety and that stress and that I don't have enough time for myself, and add the mental overwhelm to that. But when we take care of ourselves and we have that element of calm and organization, I don't know if organization is the best word, but you know, what our children perceive, they perceive that sense of calm, that sense of I have a sense of control. And even if they haven't got the tools themselves, just that emotional sense is going to benefit our children.
Absolutely. So to pick up the point about people working multiple jobs, yeah, I mean, people are overwhelmed because they are working multiple jobs. And then sometimes they do this because they're stuck in this. They started it and they feel stuck in doing this, so they carry on, but they never sometimes stop and reflect, should they really be doing this? And so with my formula, one of the things it can do is that, let's say for their jobs, you can put your different jobs into the Unscrambler formula for the process, and then it weighs up why the pros and cons, or why you should be doing the job, A, B, or C, or whatever you can study. And then evaluate what is the net value of each of the jobs, to then come up with an answer to what they should really be doing and where they should be focusing their attention as well. And you're right. And so when they have that control and see what they're doing, their life becomes more purposeful. And when their life becomes purposeful, as you rightly say, you know, the people around them, whether it's their family, the children, whether it's their friends, whether it's, you know, family members, they see that, and they, you know, and it's very attractive, and it's, you know, it's magnetic.
And you know, what I have found to be true, I'm a coach too, and I work with a lot of entrepreneurs. When they give themselves permission to do a thing, it goes to you know, their teams feel like they are empowered, and they want to emulate us as leaders. And the same thing in the household. As parents, our children want to emulate us as leaders. So when we give ourselves permission to unscramble our brain, then they're going to have permission to do the same.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's really a beautiful thing with a ripple effect. Thank you so much for coming in here, for sharing some of this. I wanted to go into mental trauma. We didn't even have time for that. But once again, I love to leave our audience with something they can do today. So what is the first step for everyone to take today?
Today? Well, I would say, I really do believe that this is going to be a life-changing formula for you. You know, please, you know, get a copy of my book, or borrow one, or get one from the library. It will change your life. It will, I promise you.
And try that brain dump. That brain dump is an excellent thing. I personally use the brain dump. It has been really essential for me because it helps me to kind of like unwind, defrag my brain. I'm using so much terminology for computers. I'm so sorry. I do a lot in AI, so like I've got computer analogy on brain. But Dr. Lee, I want to just take this moment to thank you for sharing your powerful and practical approach to overcoming overwhelm, really mental overwhelm. Your mind mapping formula is amazing. I can't wait to get my copy of the book. If you are at home, reach out to Dr. Lee. How can they reach out to you?
Oh yes, thank you very much again, Jen, for the opportunity. They can reach out to me. My website is www.thebrainunscrambler.com, where people can pre-register for a copy of the book, and I'm offering a 25% discount as well for those who pre-register.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you and everything that you've brought to my audience.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you.
Absolutely. And your mind is one of your greatest assets. Learning how to manage mental overwhelm, stress, and heal trauma can transform your life. Start small. Start with your brain dump. Take action and begin the process today. Nothing happens. We don't change if we don't take action. So today's the day that we're going to do that. If brain dumping is your action step, then that's what we're going to do. Reach out to Dr. Andy Lee. And unfortunately, all good things do come to an end, including this show. But the good news is we'll be here same time, same station next week, and I will see you then, reminding you today to take care of your greatest asset, your health. Have an amazing rest of your day.
This has been a Now Media Networks feature presentation. All rights reserved.